Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to look at the draft, Supercoach Draft Leagues after round 7 of the 2025 Supercoach season. So as you can see on the overview here, a couple of big wins, particularly in the redraft league, so we'll go to that one first, if it'll load. So 1137, which is pretty good for a 14-man squad. So Harry Grant was a late out in the end, so we could have put Appy in and got an extra 60. But I think even our bench was solid, so I think we would have got 56 from Flanagan as the auto emergency. Terrell May's captain, tonning up, was a fantastic. Big Tino was 69. Presto with 88 was great. Siwa Wong with 52 was solid, and Pierce Paul with 89 is really good. Nico Hines was 65, Burton was 65, so the half solid. We could have had Sexton 65, lots of 65s. We missed out on Curran's 84, by the way, so left 30 points on the table there. Wing fullbacks, so Kira's best, Nwangani Tawase, all going well. Toya got a try, 58. Ben Turbo could have got us a little bit more. And then Will Kennedy and Iongi both going off at fullback. So it was pretty much one of those weeks where none of the players missed. So go to game day. Well, it's ticked over to round 8 now. Go back to round 7. So we'll have a look at Parker's team. So he captained Bell Holmes. 130, so 65 there. Had Paddy Carrigan went all right. Schneider as the auto emergency is a bit flat. Hudson Young, 126 was massive, but just ran out of players. So maybe a bit of a dead player in the league. So a fair effort there. We'll highlight Liam's team with 1,025 as well. So he had Isaiah Katoa as the auto emergency. That's pretty handy. Not much going on bench this week, but definitely some good holds in Toto, Fafita, Adam Elliott, and Robson on the bye. Dearden on the bye as well. So Katoa, great get, 98. Captain Edwards with his 134. Stone Street, Moses back as well, 98. So great job this week, Liam. I'll switch to the other league, the Dynasty League. So in this one, not as crazy of a win, but a 904 for me over Crazy Rich Asian David's team. So I had captain Payne Haas. Nathan Cleary bouncing back was great, 116. Bronson Cherry in the flex was good, 83. Hadn't had Butcher, unfortunately, so might need to find a replacement there. Tommy Starling was a bit underwhelming, 28, but could have had Appy's score in there. They're probably the highlights for David's team. Captain Tedesco, 65, was just about the highest score, so I guess he had Buller on the bench with an 84, so probably middling scores for most of the squad there. And I just snuck in the highest score in this league as well, but Josh's team continuing to go well, top of the table with a 903. So who do you have? You had Hopewadi went well, Preston, Captain Terrell May, had Katoa on the pine, so lost a few points there. Tamale as well. So that could have been pushing 1,000, I think, with a couple of the right sort of moves there. I guess we'll have a look at the players and I guess the sort of relevant waiver options this week. So we'll go selected to play in less than 50% of sides. 52 doesn't really matter. Why is that not working? Oh, that's projected score. My bad. 47's probably close enough. So it's Male and Avarillo leading the averages. Um, let's go a little bit deeper. Well, actually, we'll just go on this. So lots of the guys at like 40%, 30%. Um, Liam Martin's a surprising one. I thought he'd be more popular, but he's on the waiver in our league. Uh, so Tom Gilbert, let's go a little bit more obscure. Maybe 30% might be a better range to find some value. So Rob Toyer leading the 34 under 30% picked. Moses Leota obviously doesn't offer a high average, but scores a solid 40. Oregon Kafusi scored well on the weekend. Could be an option at less than 10% ownership. Capewell back in the centres this week. Tyson Frizzell named in the front row, so it could become dual position. So it could be a nice little bench stash. Who else have we got? Potential upside. Maybe a James Schiller back on the wing this week. Maybe not too much. Just trying to think. So Khan Pereira's back. So for those that dropped him, maybe worthwhile having a look. Um, Summerton if you're looking for a hooker this week, but probably a 1 week play. I guess for now would be a very popular one, given that Tui Pilotu's still got a few weeks out. And Tommy Weaver's got a bit of a runway as well if you are looking for a halfback, given Jaden Campbell's injury. So probably there's a couple of super deep options there. Rocco Berry back as well this week. I don't hate him at 3.7% ownership. I don't think he's the worst shout. Um, yeah, so they're probably the ones I'd recommend. But in terms of my teams this week, so going pretty well in both formats, but we do have to swap out Butcher. So probably Ruben Cotter back off the bye there. Other than that, Dylan Lucas back this week, so we probably want to get him in our centre wing. So I guess Dewey back to the centres might be a blessing in disguise, but we might just fade him this week. Against, I think they're playing the Sharks from memory. Yep, so I think that's fair. So Lucas and Best double Knights on that edge is going to be pretty good. Do we back Starling to bounce back this week or Coruscant? Who did the Raiders play again? The Dolphins? Maybe I'll just stick with Starling for the time being. Um, yeah, I think we'll stick with something like that. And then captain, vice captain. Since I've got him, I've got a VC Birdo against the Bronx tomorrow night. And we'll just captain Cleary now. He's back in a bit of form. Happy days there. If I switch to the redraft league, so obviously Harry Grant out injured's not ideal. So Appy comes in. I think the rest of the squad looks alright. So I've got Rocco Berry in this format. So Ionga is out, so we can bring in whoever we want in the flex. Josh Curran, I think he looked really good in the front row, to be fair, although he is up against Payne Haas this week and Paddy Carrigan, so it might be a tougher fixture than what he had last week against Souths. Ben Travojevic against the Panthers, who are looking a bit better. I guess based on average, we probably have to go with Curran. Flano's playing Friday Arvo day game. Is there a bit of attack on there for the Dragons? We'll throw him in there for now. Might see if we can upgrade on Rocco Berry in the waivers, perhaps. See if there's some good options. Since they've all been delayed a day. So Tamale, although I guess the fixture last week against the Gold Coast was the ideal one. Who did the Gold Coast play this week? The Cowboys. Can we target someone from the Cowboys potentially? Vilea? I think I've had him in the team before, to be fair. Probably not the forwards. I should go by those actually selected to play would be a good idea. So not too many options, 37 options. So, and mostly forwards by the looks of it. So Robert Derby is available. Does he get a try? So for now, might be a sneaky little pod. We'll try and grab him, and I think if he gets up tomorrow morning, we'll slot him into the flex. But captain, vice captain, it's hard to go past captain Terrell May in the last game. So it does give us a free swing at the vice captain. Do I double down on Birdo against the Broncos? It could also go Kraz, could go Preston. Although Jordan Ricky's back, I forget what side he plays on, but that might hinder Preston a bit. Kira's on the wing. I think that's Jesse Arthur's side he'd be running at. Let's go Kiraz. Spicy. Why not? Truth be told, I'll probably forget about draft, and Terrell May will just stay as captain. But yeah, so happy with Wong and Pierce Paul. So yeah, fantastic. We'll go with that for now anyway, and wrap the video up there. So as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the draft content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel, and other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.